had the saddest call. It made me sad. The call I got last week is a call from a young man, 25 years old, and he's a fan of the show, fan of the podcast, fan of the TikToks, fan of Ron. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fans. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying the stuff. Glad you like it. Sad call. Calls me up, says, Ron, I've been listening to your stuff. And I it's not just your stuff. I mean, I've been thinking hard about my life. I'm 25 years old. I've got a good trade. I'm making for 100 grand, 110 grand a year. And I want to leave. I want to leave Canada. It kind of caught me. And, we've heard of it. We've seen the stories. I've read the posts. I've seen the replies. I know that it's something people are thinking about. And it hit me. But he went on to give the whole story. He said, Ron, I'm lucky, he said. In a way, I'm lucky because my mother is an American citizen. She's dual citizen, Canadian American. She came up here years and years ago. I was born here. And so I have a lot of familiarity with the U.S. because I got uncles and grandparents, and we go down sometimes for the 4th of July, whatever, but I got relatives down there. So I'm familiar, and I have an easier path to getting work visa, green card, whatever, because I have an easier way into the U.S. because my mom's American. So it's easier for me. He said, but I love Canada. He told me, he said, I love Canada. I'm born and raised here. Played hockey from minor hockey all the way through the ranks of, played hockey whole time. I lived here. My roots are here, educated here. But Ron, I don't feel I have a future. I don't feel I have a good future. The houses are just too goddamn expensive. And by the way, folks, this young man doesn't live in Toronto, doesn't live in BC, doesn't live in expensive cities. He lives in a reasonably lower cost area, which is Peterborough, Lindsay area, sort of rural Ontario. But he said, the houses are unaffordable. I'm not going to get passed on big money from my parents. I don't want to take their help. I don't want them to co-sign. I can't save up enough money, even at a decent wage. I can't save up enough money to get to the down payment. The houses get more expensive every year. They're too fucking expensive now, he said. I don't want to live in a little rat shit townhouse or condo. I want to live in the same kind of house my parents raised me in. Right? Why can't I do that? Why? I don't see a future. The taxes are too high. The inflation is too high. The cost of living is too high. But mainly the houses prices are, like you say, Ron, they're batshit crazy. Okay? He says, and I'm going to go to the States. Even though I love my country, I'm going to leave and go to the States. I'm not married, don't have kids, don't have those deep ties that would keep me here. I can go to the U.S., practice my trade. Maybe I'll meet an American girl. Maybe I'll meet an American woman. Get married, raise a family down there. Because it's just so much easier. He was talking about Raleigh. Like, Raleigh's a nice area. The houses are about half price what they are in Canada. Okay? Half price in Ontario. He says, I can move down there. I can start a family. I can work at my job. Taxes are lower. I could easily be in a union down there, so I'd have the health benefits. I don't have to worry. But the houses are half price. And the weather's a bit better. He said, look, it's just too damn hard here. And I don't see it getting any better. So I can have a better life for the same degree of effort. Because the key things are less. My taxes will be a bit less. The sales taxes are less. Like, there's no HST. The houses are half price. It's half price. Okay, now look. The reason the call got to me is I think, I see it all the time, but I didn't actually talk to someone who's that age who said this, I want to leave. And sometimes people say they want to leave, but they don't leave. But he seemed very determined. But most importantly is the way he felt. He felt there wasn't a future here, a good future. And listen, that's the issue. The issue is young people, 25 is a young person. Damn right it is. If young people don't think there's a good fucking future in Canada, then we have fucked up. And if we don't, we get a lot of government talk that says they're going to fix it, but nothing's getting fixed. Nothing's getting fixed. A lot of young people can't leave. They don't have that association with the U.S. that they could easily leave. But maybe they could go to another country. Maybe they could go to Europe. Maybe they could go to South America. But for the love of God, this was a serious call, made me sad, and it illustrates what the fuck has gone wrong here.